In any war, weapons play a vital role, not just to defend a position, but also to strike back against the enemy. But in the chaos of intense clashes, these weapons can sometimes get destroyed, or, even worse, fall into enemy hands. Now, in the latest updates from the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Russia's Vostok Group, operating under the Army Corps, reported a significant capture of foreign-made weaponry. This happened in the South Donetsk region, which has seen heavy fighting in recent months. After successfully seizing a strategic stronghold held by the Ukrainian armed forces, Russian troops came across a stash of abandoned weapons. And according to reports, nearly all of these captured arms were of foreign origin, which shows just how much international military aid has flowed into Ukraine. So, what exactly did they seize, and why does it matter strategically? Let's dig into the details and see what these captured weapons could mean on the battlefield. Among the captured weapons, a few stood out. One of the most notable was the US-made Javelin anti-tank missile system. The Javelin has become almost a symbol of Western military support for Ukraine. It's known for its advanced targeting capabilities and its ability to take out armored vehicles from long distances. This system has been one of the most talked about and strategically important pieces of equipment supplied to Ukraine by the United States and other Western allies. In addition to the Javelin, Russian forces also seized a large-caliber M2 Browning machine gun, commonly known as the Ma-Deuce. It's been around for nearly a century and is still considered one of the most reliable and powerful heavy machine guns ever made. It can deliver devastating firepower against everything from infantry positions to lightly armored vehicles. The fact that these weapons were in Ukrainian hands is yet another sign of the substantial military aid coming from the West. On top of that, the Vostok units reportedly recovered various other types of equipment and ammunition, including grenades and other projectiles, all of which were of Western origin. This recent development raises some big questions about the influx of foreign-made weapons into Ukraine. Over the past year, countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, and other NATO members have provided substantial military aid, including advanced weapon systems, training, and logistical support. This aid has played a crucial role in helping Ukrainian forces resist and, in some cases, push back against Russian advances. But incidents like this also highlight the risks of supplying advanced weapons to a conflict zone. There's always the concern that these weapons could fall into enemy hands, which is a persistent worry for military strategists and policymakers. For Russian forces, capturing these foreign-made weapons not only takes them out of Ukrainian hands, but also provides valuable intelligence. And this isn't the first time it's happened. Russia has seized various Western-supplied weapons and military equipment throughout the conflict. For example, back in May, Russia held an exhibition in Moscow showcasing Western military gear captured from Ukrainian forces. This display, located at a World War II memorial park, featured 32 pieces of heavy equipment, including a US-made M1 Abrams tank, a German-made Leopard 2 A6 tank, and a US-made Bradley armored fighting vehicle, among other hardware. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov even called the exhibition a brilliant idea, saying that people must see the destroyed equipment. More recently, in July, Russia's state-owned news agency RIA Novosti reported that they successfully captured a critical component from the US-supplied Army Tactical Missile System, or ATACMS, used in Ukraine. The captured component could allow Russia to study the missile's guidance system in detail. Viktor Litovkin, a retired Russian army officer and military analyst, pointed out that by reverse engineering this component, Russia might be able to identify weaknesses in the system and develop effective countermeasures. This shows just how crucial and potentially dangerous it can be when advanced weaponry, or even its parts, end up in enemy hands. The capture of weapons isn't a one-way street, it goes both ways. Ukrainian forces have also managed to seize a substantial amount of Russian military equipment during their counteroffensive operations. This haul includes a wide range of armaments and vehicles. So far, Ukrainian troops have reportedly captured around 800 pieces of Russian military hardware, including tanks, artillery systems, and armored personnel carriers. Out of these, roughly 300 tanks have been taken, which is enough to equip several tank battalions. Interestingly, a lot of this equipment is found abandoned on the battlefield, often due to minor defects. This makes it easier for Ukrainian forces to recover and repurpose these weapons for their own use in combat. But beyond just adding firepower, capturing Russian equipment also has a strategic advantage. It allows Ukrainian forces to study the technology being used, including components that might have come from foreign manufacturers. This kind of analysis can help shape future tactics and countermeasures against Russian operations. All in all, the capture of weapons and equipment by both sides has significant tactical and strategic implications. It not only affects the immediate combat capabilities, but also provides valuable insights into each other's military technology and tactics. So, what do you think? How might these captured weapons shape the outcome of the conflict, and what risks do they pose in the long run? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.